Hi everyone, welcome to Chillin once again. We are here with Miss Katrina Smith-Jackson, my first lady guest today, which is cool. Finally chilling with another lady, so welcome.
Thank you.
Katrina is an actor. We've had a previous actor, as you know, but you are also a director and producer. And writer and all-round creative extraordinaire.
I know, got my finger in many pies.
Many pies. And we're going to have a little talk about just your experiences, I guess, and how you got involved into all your pies. But yeah, so I'm going to stop talking because we're talking a lot. And we're going to pass it over to you. Tell me about you and your wonderfulness.
Me and my wonderfulness? Yeah. Oh, where do I start? Well...
Yeah. At the beginning.
At the beginning. Well, I've always had a passion for film and acting. I think it's just, I love escapism. Like, I love books, I loved writing from when I was young. And you know when you're young and you think, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? I went through probably nurse, midwife, air stewardess, all those typical girly things. And it wasn't until I was walking in Tenerife on holiday where I was like, aha! That's it, I want to be an actor. Then you obviously make the announcement to your family that you want to be an actor and a filmmaker, and they're like,
that ain't never gonna happen.
Right. And then they start hinting like, why don't you be an accountant because you're good at maths.
Do you feel you've sacrificed a lot to make your
to some degree I do, because I spent like my uni years studying, so I did well at uni, but also I did film studies at uni.
Oh, so you actually did? Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I was learning kind of the theory side of it all. Cool. But with that, I spent a lot of time outside of uni learning about the practical things, so I didn't really have time to fully enjoy kind of being at uni, partying and stuff like that, because if I wasn't studying, I was doing rehearsals for production outside of uni. I was always doing something, or I was working or whatever, which was hard at the time. Like, oh, don't get me wrong, it was incredibly stressful, but saying that, the payoff already that I see was so worth it. Yeah. Because with those degrees as well, lots of people left and they don't have any practical experience of filmmaking.
Because did they go in thinking it was something it wasn't? And
exactly.
So it just dropped out,
And then when you try and get that job, they don't really care if you know all about the theory of filmmaking. They just want to know, can you use a camera, can you edit, can you do this, can you do that? And with my uni in particular, which I will keep nameless.
Okay.
They kind of told you, oh yeah, we're going to make loads of films, blah, 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 blah.
And that didn't happen?
Not at all.
Actually, name them so we can let other people know.
Kingston University.
Okay.
So
how did you get your practical knowledge? How did you start to learn to use cameras?
I just kind of joined groups. Like with acting, I joined Uncover Albany, which is at the Albany Deptford. They're fantastic there. They've got a wonderful youth programme for acting, for music, all sorts of different things. And they really kind of nurtured me. And even though their expertise is theatre, they did give me a leg up in terms of contacts and confidence and stuff to branch into what I want to do, which is film. Yeah. So that was where I started in terms of acting. But in filmmaking, to be honest, I just picked up a camera and I got making things.
So obviously we're still touching on filmmaking. Your most, I'd say recent, because I've seen you tweeting about it and stuff for a while, but your kind of biggest project at the moment that you seem to love, like your little, directing baby,
my baby.
Is a short film called Jude.
Yeah.
You did say it was about mental health.
It is.
But I didn't ask you too much at the time because obviously I wanted you to talk about it now. But yeah, so mental health, what? Where is this coming from?
Well,
let's know about Jude.
I kind of describe it as a mental health awareness film.
Okay.
So Jude in particular is about a young woman called Jude, and she's
a
named
lady
Jude.
Called Jude?
It's a lady.
Oh.
We've got a lovely female protagonist, guys.
Yes, but Jude, I thought Jude was a boy's name.
You would think that, but it's a woman, guys.
Okay, cool. Go on. Lady called Jude.
But she's named Jude after Saint Jude, who is the saint of depression and lost causes.
Okay.
And so Jude, she is suffering from depression and anxiety. But what I wanted with this film, I didn't want to do just a typical film that is about mental health. I wanted to explore the psychological nature of it.
Okay.
So many people describe depression as the good and bad guy constantly at war in their mind. And, as we know, there's lots of negative connotations about depression, about mental health around. People think, oh, it's just lazy sadness. Characterised representation of the psychological nature. So the good and the bad guy on her shoulders, you know, the devil and the angel, they're kind of having a battle over her head. And they're represented in the form of her friends, who are called Darcy and Jude.
Okay.
And one of them is basically saying...
Wait, the friend's called Jude?
Oh, Darcy and Darius, sorry.
Darcy and Darius, yeah.
See, I'm making a mistake now myself. Because that's what it's all about. I mean, film is the most powerful phenomenon.
Yeah.
You can reach so many people, talk to so many people through it. And as humans, one thing we have in common is I think we like to watch films.
We do
and
like
TV.
to watch films. I don't think we don't.
I don't know someone who doesn't like to watch film and
just
TV.
get lost in
that. So that's the best way to reach people. Not that it's the best way, but it's an effective way to reach people.
Here we go. So, I don't like...
people who eat with their mouth open.
Love it. I've always wanted to...
I've always wanted to... Ooh, what have I always wanted to do? To travel.
Beautiful. You know me in this travelling. I love this.
I've always wanted to travel, yeah.
We are the same person. My weakness is...
cheese.
I love cheese. I love cheese. I can't forgive.
Annoying people.
Beautiful. I cry when...
Oh, I cry when I'm really stressed.
You cry when you're stressed?
Yeah.
Acting is...
a release.
I like that. Everyone's just been ending on really nice, lovely things. Like, you know, comedy is my life. We are back! Yes, after our very insightful little game with Katrina. But yeah, so we're just going to wrap up now. It was lovely having you here, Han.
It's lovely being here.
Yeah, it's... like I said, we've had an actor previously on the show, but it's, for me, obviously when you watch it later, it's very interesting to see your different journeys. I mean, you know, he didn't really think about it type thing, it just kind of went in sync, but it's good to see your, I guess structure is the right word, and yeah, you're just really, you know what you want and stuff, and I've never been like that. I think that's where we're different. I'm just like, what?
The one difference.
Yeah, it is the one difference. But yeah, so thank you so much for coming along.
Thank you for inviting me.
It's been fun. So yeah, as I said, just push. We've got Jude obviously coming out later this month, you said.
Yep.
Yeah, so just push your social networks and how people can find you. And oh, what's the Wednesday thing? Yeah.
I hosted an event called the Networking Cafe.
That's
and the reason being is it's so important in terms of acting, filmmaking, whatever, to network. Because it is sometimes about who you know.
Always.
As well as what you know.
Are we seeing a theme here, people? Sorry, every single person I've spoken to has said
it's
this.
true. You hear it all the time, but it's so true. So I created an event where you turn up, you have a cup of tea, you have some cake, sit yourself down, then we have some fun.
Yeah.
So we do lots of different networking games and things that get you talking. So there's no excuse for you not to meet a new person. Because once you make that initial contact, what's going to stop you then? Just you talk, you find out about each other, what you do, blah blah blah. So, but also we have performances by up and coming talent. So it's also an opportunity for people to showcase whatever work they have. If they're a filmmaker, they can screen a film.
Yeah.
If they're an actor, they could do a monologue. Poet could do a poem.
That's really good.
Dancer could dance. So that's a networking cafe, and I did that in January, and I'm hoping to do it again soon. It was really successful, as in we literally got kicked out the venue because we were just there talking, swapping business cards, and no one wanted to leave, which was so amazing to see because it's like the whole point of it worked, and that just made me so happy. And we're on Twitter with that, which is at networking_cafe, and that's a part of my arts organisation called Boardwalk Bridge Arts, which is at Boardwalk B Arts. So you can find us all on there.
I'll put it on the screen. So
She'll put it on the screen.
Yes, I will. So you've got Boardwalk, you've got Network Cafe, you've got Katrina, you've got Jude. As she said in the beginning, all kinds of pies. So
many pies.
So it's
many
going
sticky
to be
fingers, but I love it. So
it's going to be amazing. So yeah, thank you once again for coming down, Katrina.
You're welcome.
So we'll see you guys again next time. It's been fun. See you later.